want to play more walkers. More walkers, please. Just get more walkers on the board. If your opponent's trying to match creatures with walkers, eventually you draw your removal spells, or they can't get through your army of zombies from Oath of Liliana, things like that. So what do? Well, we gotta generate the right mana, because we're still a 4-color deck. And yeah, I know. We're gonna get some boos. It's fine. It's fine. I just want to get this out of the way. I've had some requests for it on the YouTube. And I gotta get it done. We gotta rip this band-aid off. They want to know how I would play walkers. I'm like, well, Legend would play it like this. They're like, no, we want to know how you play walkers. I'm like, okay. So I got a renegade map and 4 unbridled growth. I run 24 lands, and with that, the map, the Oath of Nissa, and Nissa Vastwood Seer, who's obviously in the deck. I find hitting the land drops to be okay. I find getting the right colors to be hard. So I think this is a good deck for unbridled growth, and that's why I run 4 of them. Also lets you draw more walkers because you can trip them, and triggers your Revolt in Fatal Push, which is right there. Awesome removal when you have black mana. There isn't much to do with the black mana if you're not casting Ob or Lily, so that frees up Fatal Push to get cast pretty regularly, and lets you leave a black mana open rather easily. Unbridled Growth and Renegade map let it hit bigger things, which makes this a awesome card for the deck. And now we'll just play Heart of Kiran because we've got a lot of loyalty to crew it. We'll play Oath of Chandra and Declaration Stone for cheap removal spells. Nothing to complain about there. We've got Nissa. Vehicles. So what checks walkers? What actually keeps it from being an absolute beating like it used to be is vehicles. How do we check vehicles? Well, let's just run the whole 3 reclamation sages and just spam the heck out of these sages using Vital Force and Nissa's Liliana's Last Hope down tick and things like that, and even Nahiri. Let's just blow the heck out of their vehicles, right? Boom, boom, boom. Then we've got Oath of Gideon. I generally hate this card, but now that we're just spamming walkers and not caring much about their abilities, the extra loyalty counts, so now we just run all the oaths. It's like a combo deck, like I said. And Oath of Liliana, and the Radiance, and Lily herself, and Nissa, and Gideon, and Chandra, and Nahiri, and Arlinn, and Ob, and Nissa, and Chandra, and Sorin, and ajani. Luke says, you're playing vehicles in tournament now at Superfriends. What's next? Tutelage? It could be. I mean, that's what Legend just put a video up of, is tutelage, so there you go. Mana, we use a lot of the ones that produce green. That's kind of the gist. We've got the typical basic split, a whole bunch of lands that produce green, so we don't worry about that as much, and so these all enter the battlefield untapped more often, and Evolving Wilds. We don't even use the man lands. We don't have Sylvan Advocate. We don't have, like, combo with that. We don't care anymore. We're just over it. We're over all those neat little synergies that made the deck more interesting, and we're just spamming Planeswalkers. Let's go crush some seals with Planeswalkers. Let's see if we can get like turn 5 rage quits while our opponent's still at 20 life. Let's make this interesting. Also, if anybody down there has an Xbox account, you want to get in here and throw your best punch at Super Friends, bring it. Bring it. I'm ready. Just let me know in chat or send me an invite or something when this game ends. I'm sure people love playing against Super Friends. Who doesn't? I love playing against Super Friends, not really. When I beat up a Super Friends deck and they get mana screwed or color screwed or something, I'm like, sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But here we go. Let's make the darn video. Let's tear the band-aid off. Then we'll just play something else. It's not that different from playing Abzan, and it's not that different from playing Mardu or any of the other shard decks. It's just you have one more color. If they're playing vehicles, this hand is gas. We don't have any black mana, though. I think we have to keep it, though. I mean, we got 3 lands, which is always the perfect number. We've got 2 sages if they're gonna spam artifacts on us. They're running like 70-some cards. How could they not have artifacts in there? This game light is a rank 24. And here we go. Oop, black card off the top. Not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. Isn't it amazing? Nighthawk is kind of sad that Oath of Ajani never made the cut. Yeah, it just can't. It's It's like you can't throw a card away on turn 2 to accelerate walkers that you may not be able to cast on time anyway because the mana requirements are hard. And it's just not a very good card. It's kind of, you're right, it's kind of tragic. The Oath of Ajani is just kind of a card that doesn't work. By the way, does anybody have any predictions on if and how a member of the Gatewatch dies on Amonkhet? Anybody have any thoughts on that? I'm very curious. Remember, guys, draw the right card when you need it. That's how you do Magic right. Very curious if you guys think somebody will die. Dark intimations, question mark. Scroll up, someone says. Ajani dies to correct the Gatewatch's stupid decision to confront Bolas straight away, 100%. You think it has to be Ajani? He just joined. And, like, surveys say that, like, people love animals. He's Obi-Wan, huh? Oh, Bohemian, I guess I missed a comment. Let's see. Bohemian said something and I missed it. And he wants me to scroll up, but I can't. Like, I can't scroll. Like, I'm trying. Hold on. Oh, he thinks that Ajani's gonna die. I don't know. It could be Ajani. Don't you think it could be someone else? Don't you think it could be Gideon? Or Chandra? She just had this reunion with Mom. Like, in Hollywood it would be Chandra, because she just had the feel-good moment, you know? White, and one black. Okay. Fun. Nah, I think that there's kind of a... I think that Gideon might have it. Gideon might get himself in trouble. Isn't he like the gung-ho guy who, like, let's go confront Bolas on his own plane? He could be a tragic hero. Remember, he's the jock of the group. Nerds don't mind seeing the jocks die, but he could be like your tragic hero. But I think we'd all rather hang out with Ajani because lions are cool. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm also curious if Liliana will turn heel. That's like a big one for me, because Bolas, I think that Bolas might have the answer to how to save her from the chain veil and kill the demons that are haunting her, like Grizzlebrand, right? So if he has answers and the Gatewatch doesn't, I think there's a real chance that Liliana, like, says, screw you guys, and then regrets it later. So, there you go. Nissa dying would be interesting. I mean, she's been having a hard time, and she's going to be basically useless on this plane anyway, so maybe she'll find a way to... Because there's, like, no green... There's just no mana for her on this plane, so I just... Yeah, maybe she finds a way to sacrifice herself. I don't know. Not Grizzlebrand, then the other demons. Ob. I think they want Ob to be her nemesis. I don't know. I love you guys. You keep me on, you check me in my rather poor lore knowledge. Good work. We all know white is the most boring color, and you don't, you know, white planeswalkers don't matter. You could make a new one tomorrow. You can make a new vanilla white planeswalker anytime you want to. Some guy. Here's some guy. He ignited his spark. He worked out in the gym. He grew muscles. White planeswalker. Done. Oh, whatever. I mean, it's not that I don't trust you, Bohemian. It's that I like talking about possibilities of things. I'm not trying to shoot you down to make you feel bad, so I'm just spouting off because we gotta talk about things here on this show. Things must be spoken of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then +2. So as long as I use her +2 for damage and attack with one of these two, he's gonna die. So I just need to target that thing. We need a bruising walker like Garrick. Yeah, that would be fine. But I don't think it'll happen. We need bigger creatures to fight vehicles. I don't think that bigger creatures are the answer. If you pair... I don't know. If you pair removal with the vehicles, now they just kill your big thing and keep smashing with vehicles. I think we just need some sick removal for a while. Make control good again. That's what I think we need. Make control good again. Just give us more sick removal like Fatal Push. Give us a lightning bolt. Like something like a lightning bolt. In blue, give us a 2-mana counter that hits most things plenty of the time without being OP. I don't know what the heck that could mean. Counter target creature or planeswalker? Like negate that only counters creatures or planeswalkers for a blue and another? Do you guys think that would be a good card? Alright, so that was a smashing and bashing. On to the next thing. Let's see, 1 red, instant, destroy target vehicle or deal 2 damage to target creature, or for the sacrifice a land mechanic I mentioned, do both for 1 red. How about that? How about that? Does that help against vehicles? And it can be an instant. That sounds pretty rock solid amazing. Ooh, it could be 2 damage to target creature or player, so it could also tag planeswalkers. Destroy target artifact or planeswalker for 3. Would you play it? I'd play it if it were an instant. Also depends on the colors. Also depends on the colors. I'd probably play it either way, but I'd want it to be instants because I think the game is more interesting when more cards are instants. That's kind of a design philosophy more than anything else. Alright, our opponent is gonna bring the fight to us, and we're gonna need to draw some land. I'm gonna play this Smoldering Marsh first. Leave up push next turn, and see if I can draw a white or a green source to give my Evolving Wilds a little more contemplation. And here comes the beats. It's red-white. He's got at least 8 wins that are confirmed. 8 confirmed Planeswalker kills for our boy over here. Alright, that's not good. I really need, like, I gotta figure out what land to fetch. Probably has to be white at this point, as just about every other land in our deck produces green. Alright, what are you doing? Thalia, you. It's really bad. So now what we have to do... Let's see. I want the white mana. Do I push Thalia? I guess I do. Because if I draw the land, I get to Oath. If I don't, I guess I deck in stone. In one of those cases, I take damage this turn, and in the other, I don't. And I'm going to kill the other creature anyway. Okay, in that case, I push the goblin, because I'm going to kill Thalia anyway. And I would kill the goblin anyway if I draw the land. Or if I don't, because that would be my only play for the turn, and I can't fall behind. Alright. It's gonna be a hot one. Do need that green source. Now, most of the decks, and a big reason that I did not fetch the green is because most of the lands in the deck produce green. So we've got 3 more Evolving Wilds, we got 2 more Forests, and then we have 10 of those 10 dual lands that produce green. So, got 15 green sources and a renegade map to draw to. So we're just playing the odds, and sometimes that's what you gotta do. But sometimes the odds are not in your favor. Oh, it's not green, but I will take it. And we definitely play this ahead of the Oath of Gideon. May as well make him sack the 2/2 first strike, because if his next creature is bigger, he sacks it anyway. and we took damage for no reason. And if his next creature is smaller, we wouldn't have hit it. Para says, yo, CGB, nice battle against Gem. If you haven't watched that, it's probably more interesting, quite frankly, than me running this Planeswalker deck. So yeah, check out my game with Gemini. It's on YouTube, and it's in my Twitch archives. Very interesting match. A lot that could have gone differently, especially now that I've watched his side of the match. I played around things I did not have to, yet I certainly played in a manner that prevented me from losing the game in a few key situations, on the hopes that a longer game would benefit me. Alright, there's our green. There we go. Yeah, Arlinn? Yeah. It's just solid to hit Planeswalkers when you have the Oaths on the table. And make a wolf. And give me a zombie. Alright, bring on them fiery impulses, Yahoo. He could kill Arlinn with needle spires if he has another way to kill the zombie, but then he did have to discard 2 cards and spend a turn attacking to get to her. So I think we're all good. We drew a forest. That was like the whole that was the whole focal point of the battle. Could he draw a forest? And we will definitely chumpy with Zombo. There will be more zombies. He is expendable. The real question, though, will be what to do with Arlinn. Flipper or not? It's actually pretty tough, right? Like, her ultimate doesn't do a lot for this deck. Nahiri makes it interesting, too. Now we'll have a zombie. And a zombie blocker is good. What do we do with the plus? I think we discard the growth. I don't think we need it. Let's see. We don't have double white, though. And we don't have double red. Maybe we do need it. Maybe we're not supposed to discard anything. I mean, it feels like the Oath of Chandra is going to be good against his deck at some point. So, yeah, I think we play Nahiri, and we plus, and we don't discard anything. And I think that Arlinn shoots the face, because the ultimate doesn't do much, and what I really want is another wolf. It also, Arlinn on the flip side might be able to plus on Nissa next turn, so that's good. Alright, now let's see what our opponent can do. Nighthawk with the spider kill. Yeah, Nighthawk, if you haven't watched the Nighthawk video, put that on your playlist as well. I have a YouTube playlist where I save these things. I think you guys can check that out from my channel. But I save like the videos also from the community guys, the other awesome content creators, so that people can check that out if they want to. But yeah, the latest Nighthawk video, oh my god, I enjoyed to the fullest. I gotta cheer for the guy. I love his deck. I absolutely love that deck. Let's see if I can link to that thing. My channel, playlists, community videos, and let's see, share, copy, paste. If you want a playlist of YouTube videos from the Aether Revolt season by various people on the interwebs, there it is. Alright, Nissa. Paging Dr. Nissa. And let's just get the dual land out there. Nothing to Oath of Chandra right here, so I'm just gonna enchant this forest. So I have double white if I draw Gideon. Looks like I have the double... Do I have double red? No, I don't, so I'll be able to play Flamecaller next turn. Pump that. And plus this without any value. Unfortunately, but, you know. Nahiri with a bunch of powers, solid. And get in there. You can bring the Spires again. At this point, I'll have an interesting choice of whether or not to just block with Nissa or not. Yeah, let's see what he does. Spires again. Whose Spire's coming after? I think I just block with Nissa. I think I just block. It's better to have a Planeswalker on the battlefield than one that may show up in 2 turns. Is there a good target for the ultimate in this deck? There's only 3 Reclamation Sages and 1 Vastwood Seer, so no, there really isn't. There is a Heart of Kiran, which you can go get, which does have haste when you fetch it with Nahiri, so sometimes that's good for a punch in the face. Yep. But nope, throwing in a big creature, I just couldn't do it. There's too much Planeswalker action going on. And let's get another 8 points into the face. Boom. Now that I've cast Chandra, there's only one other double red, and it's the other Chandra, which I don't care about, so I'm going to sack this now and see if I can draw a card that I want to discard, and I guess I just did. Always want more options when you loot. That's all fine. Now we got chumps for days. All he's done is throw Needle Spires at me for 3 straight turns while we've developed a board. That's pretty bad for our opponent. Pretty bad. And yeah, you guys probably called it like 10 turns ago, but Planeswalker seems to take forever to win. He's just keeping it coming. He's a persistent one. Yeah, oh, airborne. Nice. Airborne Needle Spires, baby. So many mean lady walkers, yeah, for sure. Did you see the graphic the other day that's of like Game of Thrones, and it says all men must die, but we are not men? And it's like 9 main characters who are all not men. So, you know, maybe George R.R. Martin just like, men suck. That's the moral of Game of Thrones. This'll go for lethal. That's what these lady planeswalkers are. They're all like angry, and they're like, all you male planeswalker nerds must die. Ha 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 ha. You should concede and give gold since he persisted for this long. That was like a 2 seasons ago thing. I haven't done that in a while. Certainly haven't done that in a while. Quite honestly, it created, while I agree with you, and on principle, I've sort of stopped because people started getting really bossy with me and idyllic about when I give gold away. They really started pushing it on me like an ideology of when I should and shouldn't. I did not enjoy that. I like doing it because I'm nice, not because people tell me to. It's kind of like when charities come knocking. It's like, I give money to charities that I like, not because they started telling me I should give money to them. And searching. Can we get one more? One more opponent. One more smashing to deliver. Watching the wheels go round and round. The comet circling the universe, searching for another planeswalker who just hanging out, wanting to fight, wanting to spar. There we go. So, like the magic idea, right, is that you're a wizard, a planeswalker. I'm pretty sure that's it. You are a planeswalker, and you command all these spells and creatures. How do you become a planeswalker who commands other planeswalkers? How do you become the master of all these planeswalkers such that I am with this deck? When did that, like, somehow work into the lore? if Gideon and Chandra and them are the planeswalkers, what am I in the lore? How do I fit into the story? Does anybody have an answer to that? This is like the Lego movie where they break the wall down and Mr. Business is the kid's dad and the kid is setting everything up in his basement. Like, what am I? Where do I fit into the multiverse anymore? Because from the beginning, like from Alpha or whatever, I was always like, I am a planeswalker. Ha ha. Mind slave them. They're loyal to me. Your god. Clearly, if there is a god, they must be omnipresent as omnipresent can be to have produced all this stuff. I want to enchant the mountain with this, so go like that. It's nonsense. I'm just here for the strategy and cool art. Yeah, as are most. I'm just finding dumb talking points, as you know. As you know. I'm trying to make this a gameplay / talk show that all of you can enjoy. Because God knows I'm not good at teaching new players the game. Jokin VK. Their plus means they're doing something that agrees with you. Minus means you're pissing them off, but they do it anyway. And when it hits 0, they say, fuck you. And planes walk away. Oh, Hawk, you got it. That's a great breakdown. That is Nighthawk, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Nighthawk breakdown of how planeswalkers work. What is his... So his zero, what about his 0? His 0 is like, I don't care, I do this all day, every day. This is like Tuesday for me, I make night allies. I guess, I don't know. It's all so complicated. So that's going to enter untapped. This is a 1/4 pain in the butt. Do I need to kill it? Or do we stick Gideon and just start pounding on him? Gideon dies in that situation to a collective defiance, which I'm 80% he has the mana for. Yeah. It's also a huge card with people who like it. Now, Chandra dies to a collective defiance as well if I minus her, but at least the Weaver dies. And I guess the same thing would happen the next turn. So if I lose Chandra to collective defiance, I guess I'd rather lose Chandra than Gideon in this situation. So, Chandra killing that thing. That's what we'll do. Something tells me nixilis loves killing stuff. Should be a +3. That'd be broken. Nighthawk. Alright, here we go. The continuation of Planeswalkers Explained. Like for Gideon saying, Gideon attack, he likes that. He's just like, let's fight! Yeah! Typical jock. So that's a +1. Making an ally, he's like, I kind of do that anyway, so okay. And then the emblem, you're saying, Gideon, give an inspirational speech to the troops, and he hates that. I guess. Fight, and you may die. Run, and you may live, at least for a little while. -4. They will never take our freedom! Anyway, let's focus, shall we? I don't even need the unbridled growth to do what I want to do if I'm reading my mana right, so let's do this. Unless I want to plus this and play another growth. I can't play whatever I get off it, so that's probably right. So plus for the reds. The double whites will play you. The speech drains his vigor. Oh my god. Gideon, you're such a nerd. Alright, so we sack you. Draw our card. That triggers Revolt on the push, so we push away Kalitas like a hater. And we growth on the other mountain. And your turn. That was a good turn. I like that turn. That turn made me feel complete. Our opponent taps out for their mythic. We kill their mythic, play another mythic, and play another thing. Ta-da! Alright, Trader's Instinct. Yeah, so he gets to kill something. Trader's Instinct is an interesting anti-walker card. For reals. Let's take a shot in the dark here. This is one of those plays that when it works, I look brilliant, and when it doesn't, meh. But let's add a black to the mana pool. Let's sack and draw a card. Let's hit a fatal push off the top. Fail. Oh well, we tried. One of those plays you should remember to do when it's of very low cost to you, as that very much was. Alright. So now we know he plays that card. We don't know if he plays artifacts or enchantments at all. Oh, he's had it. I'm gonna try to finish this game. It's at least interesting, because we have choices. I like having choices. Let's plus here. I'm gonna play a Rex Sage for no value, just to have more blockers on the battlefield if he runs more Traitorous Instincts. And I'm gonna play Nahiri. And I'm going to plus her. I'm going to discard the Radiant Flames, because that's obviously not where this game is going at this point in the duel. Another land isn't very good, though. We have red, green, white, and single black. So we'll get second black off Evolving Wilds, and then we'll have all of our mana needs met for the entire game. And then we can discard this land next turn to Nahiri, and we're going to hold back in case he runs more Traitorous Instincts. Okay. So complicated. Why I make this so complicated? Well, it's Magic. Playing perfectly is hard, and who knows if I'm even doing that. And in Duels, we have a huge card pool to worry about, and what's even weirder is half your opponents, especially opponents like this, are they don't have access to a good portion of that card pool. Yay, wilds on wilds on wilds. We'll play this land. And we'll plus this Chandra. And we'll cast that spell. Why not? I was probably going to do that anywho. And I'm still going to hold back. Because I win a long game anyway, I don't need to attack. If he has more Traitorous Instincts, I want to be able to chumpy, or at least make him play another removal spell on some useless little card to get through to the walker. Just resources, fighting over resources. Hello, Lily. Hello, Lily. So Lily kills Rex Sage. Next turn, Chandra can kill Lily with the help of this knight, which that'll get me to attack. And we'll see if our opponent can put a blocker or something else in the way. We have Deck and Stone, though. Guess removal spell would be his best follow-up, which he would have played last turn if he had it, I think. When he had the Weaver of Lightning, could have picked off the Rex Sage if he had a spell to play. Okay, he's got a Unified Front. Well, that's great for a Deck and Stone target. And let's first see what we get. Yep. Land. Up you go. And we will not cast the spell. We'll just kill this Liliana. Heart's good, but wouldn't have haste in that spot, sadly. How are we doing on forests? I checked because we have Vastwood Seer in the deck that we can go get with Nahiri. Alright. Would you guys play Bloodgift Demon? That's a good question, Demand, and he put it in the bot. Yeah, Bloodgift Demon is freaking awesome. It's kind of rough in the 5 spot right now. Oh man, would I play it? It'd probably have to go in a very grindy deck, and it would be competing with like Archangel Avacyn, and we only get 1 Avacyn, we get 2 demons, right? It's rare. I don't know. That's actually closer than I think it probably should be. Let's go this route. We gotta remember there's a tainted remedy on the battlefield. There's one you don't see every day. It'd be a very interesting situation if I cast a... what's the card I'm trying to think of? If I did a Sorin ultimate with a tainted remedy on the battlefield, obviously if I killed him with the Sorin ultimate, that would be fine, but if I came up even a point short, it would not be fine. Be unfine. Show me a top card, and it's a Rex Sage. Bye-bye, tainted remedy. It's been nice knowing you. Let's plus some more. And... so what's the next card? Vorapede. So D-Man wants to know if we would play Vorapede. Vorapede is 3 green and 2 for a 5/4 Vigilance Trample Undying. Yeah, wow. Would you play it? Well, it's mythic. That I remember about Vorapede. I remember it's a mythic card. So you only get 1. Is it better than Ishkana in a lot of decks? Yeah, and just about anything that doesn't do Delirium. Is it better than the new Nissa? Probably not. It is a pain to deal with. But, let's see. It would keep Declaration in Stone a format staple, I think, for sure. Would I play that? 3 green's a lot, too, right? A lot of these 2 and 3 color decks, that's not straightforward. That's not like a straightforward number. Vorapede's pretty tough. Works well with Rishkar's expertise. Yeah, that's true. I think you play it in ramp, right? You get that body. It's hard to deal with. Is there anywhere where it's like an interesting combination where you can sacrifice it and do weird enter the battlefield stuff? It's a good card. It's not a great card. I actually think it would get cut in a lot of my decks. Well, of course, Trample. Of course it goes in mono green Primal Bellow, which, by the way, format staple on Xbox, so... Yeah, it's got its place. It should be the starter box mythic. That and the Godzilla lizard. Living the life. Alrighty, let's, I think we can start to conclude this game. All 4 Evolving Wilds, rocking and rolling. More land. How about you? We'll just trigger all the walkers. Yeah, land. Cool. Just trying to find a play that's not a land. There's a play that's not a land. Hooah. I guess we'll do it all. Why not? It's fun. One's two-headed giant. What are you talking about? I don't play two-headed giant. Mobius is here to troll me. What up, everybody? Indulgent Tormentor. Don't we all miss Indulgent Tormentor? Alright. I guess if he wants to attack my walkers, that's fine. Let's just start bringing the pain. Mobius wants to get here in 2HG with me? Is that what you're saying? Is that what's happening here? Oh my, oh my. That would be a salty two-headed giant team, wouldn't it? Yeah. This is our last game of Super Friends, if you guys are thoroughly bored. Oh, can you imagine Mobius and I on a team on Two-Headed Giant arguing over lines of play? We'd probably get along most of the time, but God, that one time when we'd argue, it would probably just disintegrate into an epic battle of wills. A clash of wills, if you will. Oh, it wouldn't be an Xbox stream without Child of Night. He had to dig for it, but he found it. He had to dig for it, but he found it. Let's go, AI. Conclude your beating. Yep. Mobius, you're playing nice. I like that. That's interesting, but I'm pretty sure you'll respect me until you disagree with me, as that's commonly how it goes. I'm not saying I'm any better. Let's go for the off the top kill. Hit me, Ajani. Lily. Close. Alright. I appreciate Demand's efforts to like put neat cards up there and make people like vote on them or whatever, or see if they like them in the current duels, because it makes Planeswalker